Alrighty, well, hey guys, what is up? It's about time I started recording more videos in general, and more that aren't just about The Last of Us. And yes, even though that's the image you're seeing right here, right now, that's just the image that this article chose to post, because this is something else that I found when I was just looking on the internet. I was actually just trying to find every single Netflix show that's currently on Netflix right now. Not in production, but on, because I wanted to watch every single one, which I'm going to get around to eventually. But this article is just the video game TV shows ranked by the Tomatometer. Because Rotten Tomatoes, you know, not that I put as much weight into Rotten Tomatoes ratings as other people do, but even though that's kind of become the standard choice, like it's always, what's their Rotten Tomatoes rating? It's never what's their IMDb or anything else, or Metacritic or whatever. But according to this article, these are the top rated video game shows based on their Tomatometer ranking. Yeah, so the very number one show is Arcane League of Legends. That's it. The number one show. Yeah, so this was a Netflix show, and I watched it. I feel like I should almost go through it again, because, you know, I was just watching it, but I don't know the League of Legends games that well. But to me, it sounded like this show was just used that and made it mainly its own story. But Ella Purnell, I'm seeing her more and more in this voice acting. And number two is the one I like way more, is Cyberpunk Edgerunners. This one was great. I really liked this one. And regardless of all the problems Cyberpunk had on release, it's still a great game. But not that this is a bad thing, but it wasn't really like a story from the game. It was just basically the story in the world of Cyberpunk. And the only really connection was that it used a lot of sounds from the game, like actual sounds that were exactly in the game when people call you and stuff, and the design of the world and whatnot. But the story felt like completely original, because, you know, I played the game and I don't remember any of this stuff happening in it. It was a great show, and the animation was great, and it felt like kind of it had like a more classic 90s, early 2000s anime feel to it, which I dug, because, you know, current anime, it still looks nice, but it's almost too pretty. It's too clean. And then number three is The Last of Us, which, you know, I'm surprised it isn't 100%. I feel like it should be. I mean, I would give this a 100% rating based on the 5 episodes I've seen so far. You know, I mean, it became a hit pretty quickly, and considering how much I anticipated the show and how much coverage I've done, like 80% of my channel coverage is about this show, I'm very happy that it's out and it's getting highly rated, and I think it's better than Arcane at least. Number 4 is another Netflix. I mean, these are basically all Netflix just about. Number 4 is Castelvania, and I watched the first 2 seasons of the show, and I enjoy it. It's great. I mean, I don't know Castlevania game that well, to be honest. I played a couple of them, but I don't really know the lore. So I don't know how much of this is real, and how much is from the game, and how much of this is just made up for the show. But yeah, I'm still not done finishing with the show, so I've still got 2 more seasons to go. The first 2 seasons, season 2 and season 4, got 100% rating overall. That's interesting. And then at number 5, Dragon's Dogma. This one is one that I don't. Maybe I watched it and I kind of just sped through it, because it's like, I'd like to be able to go through every single thing on Netflix, but it's actually a lot. I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon stuff too. There's like a lot of Pokemon, like, but I don't know if I should even count that. Maybe, why shouldn't I? I don't know. There's just so much of it. This is based on a game that I've played a little bit of. I've played some of the game. I actually have it, but I don't. But I have like it's one of those back order games. One of those, backlog games that you just have and you haven't played yet. And I've only played a tiny bit of the game. But the show's fine, you know. It's like another. It doesn't do anything crazy special. But, you know, it looks nice. And I don't know if it's a season ready yet for season 2, but yeah, the audience score is really low. That's pretty low though. 83 average, but audience score is 39. Huh. A lot of people don't like the animation. Yeah, I don't know. The ratings for the audience rating is pretty all over the place. Then number 6 we got The Witcher, which I would have personally had way higher up. But I don't know, the second season wasn't as good as the first at all, I thought. It's only like at 2 seasons now. And oh really? They gave season 2 95 and they gave season 1. I gave season 1 a higher rating, mainly because I just didn't know what to expect. Yeah, I mean, I really didn't know what to expect with this show, so it was way better than I was, way better than I thought. But Rotten Tomatoes gave season 1 a 68%, season 2 a 95. I would have done the other way around, to be honest. But this show is pretty awesome, but it's only got one more season left with this guy right here, Mr. Henry Cavill. Apparently they're replacing him with one of the Hemsworths, I think, but I don't know how that's gonna work. That could just be a disaster. I don't know. Halo, a show that I didn't think was very good at all. Honestly, as soon as Chief took off his helmet, it wasn't Halo anymore. It was just some fucking dude in a Halo suit. But whatever, it was okay, I guess. Some parts I just was like, man, it just felt really generic to me overall. Like it was just kind of another sci-fi soldier, you know, fighting against its own kind, whatever kind of story. But everyone just happened to be designed in the Halo world, but it just wasn't anything all that unique, I thought. It was kind of a letdown, personally. I don't know, even for games I don't play, like I play Halo some, like I'm not crazy a lot. But I just want all the adaptations to be good, regardless of what game it's for. And this one just could have been way better, I thought. I don't even think I would have given it a 70% personally. Sonic Prime, this one I have not watched at all. This is one that's on Netflix or something. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah, so it's brand new. It just premiered December 15th. So I don't even know if that's on my Netflix or not. Like, I live in Canada, and I'm sure it's on there somewhere. But I mean, there's like 1 or 2 of the Sonic shows on Netflix as well. And they're pretty. So one of them's from like the early 2000s, so there's like some random stuff that's old. Back when they kept trying to do adaptations, but animated adaptations were a lot more common, actually. Like kids show animation were a lot more common. We got the Resident Evil, the live action one that I don't even know if I'll be able to get through because I could barely get through the first episode. Yeah, it's got a 54%, so pretty low rating. This guy's in a lot of things right here. He's cool though, I like him. Lance Reddick. This show, nah, I mean, I guess I should just force myself to watch it all, because there really is a lot of, overall on Netflix, period, a lot of video game adaptation shows. Like there's this Resident Evil, this is the show, but there's also 1 or 2 animated things. But this one, I don't know if I'll be able to get through it. I mean, I really should force myself because I should be like, yeah, I should watch everything that's animation, video game adaptation for the sake of the channel, which I should do. That one, the low rating is like, Here we got Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. This was a fully CG animated one, also on Netflix. 4 episodes, so it's like a mini series. I mean, I'd watch it because I'll watch anything that's animated. That'll make it more watchable for me. If it's like bad but it's still animated, I can kind of dig into it. But if it's bad and it's live action, not so much. This is a way older one from '93. This one I haven't seen at all, and I don't know what it's on. It's on Paramount or something else. So it's not on Netflix, but I don't know. It's got a lot of like, oh, Jaleel White, no way. So Urkel did the voice for the voice of Sonic for this '93 show. I think he was still doing whatever back then. Fuck, what was that show called again? I forget. A show that lasted way longer than I should have. But yeah, Sonic. This is a '93 Sonic. This is the oldest one. This would be the oldest one on the list, I guess. I think, because This isn't a full list. It stops at 12, and there's still more than that. So I don't know if anything lower than the lowest rating, which is the new Witcher show. Damn, 31%. This one I haven't watched yet because I've heard of how bad it is. But it's a pretty short season, so I should be able to get through it. It's like 4 episodes. But damn, why is the rating so low? A shallow excavation. Yeah. So this is why the rating is bad, I guess. A shallow excavation of ancient lore from Andrzej Sapkowski, the guy who wrote the books. Blood Origin series shares ancestral DNA with The Witcher, but little of what makes the Mothership series memorable. Yeah. It's another show that I guess I should watch, but damn, it just sounds like it's really bad. And that's where the list ends. So I don't know why, because there's more movies and shows than this, but this is where this Tomatometer rating list decides to end. So yeah, that's it for that. Yeah, but what did you guys think of that list? Do you agree with it? I don't know. I'll put a link to it below in the description so you can click on it yourself.